What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90, and it is time for the Euros semi-finals. Now, last episode, we got 4 out of 4 correct tips, with both teams to score in the Spain and Germany game in a score draw at 90 minutes. We had France to qualify against Portugal. We had Switzerland not to lose in the 90 minutes against England. And we had Netherlands and both teams to score against Turkey. And here on your screen are the winning accumulators we had on the Patreon for the quarterfinals of the Euros. We correctly predicted over on Patreon England and Switzerland to draw 1-1 in the 90 minutes. We had the high odds draw double, Spain and Germany, England, Switzerland. Both ended up drawing 1-1 in the 90 minutes. Because remember, unless you specify otherwise on the bookies, the match market that you bet on is for the 90 minutes, not extra time. So even though Spain won in extra time against Germany, it goes down as a draw. You can obviously bet for them to win in extra time, but if you don't specify, it's in the 90 minutes. We had a different Euro double for Spain and Germany to draw, and there to be under 2.5 goals in the Portugal-France game. And we had the Euro goals double here, under in the England game, over in the Netherlands game. And then I also added Netherlands and Colombia in a double up to double your money, because I knew Colombia would win, and they ended up winning 5-0 in the Copa America. So flashing up on the screen are all of the people that have joined the Patreon this season and are supporting me and the channel, and they are also all the people that would have got exclusive updates with those winning accumulators sent to their phone or email or however you want. So if you want to support the channel and also get the exclusive members tips and accumulators and see your name pop up in every single video on the Full 90, then you can click the link in the description for patreon.com/the Full 90 to join and get involved. But now there are 4 remaining teams, and I will quickly say, if you are an England fan to the point where you are absolutely obsessed with them winning the Euros, it would make your life, right, if they won the Euros, I know you're out there, then you might as well stick a single stake on every other team to win the Euros outright, because if you have 3 stakes, you are going to at least make your money back, because Spain are odds of 3. So if you bet on Spain, France or Netherlands to win and Spain win, you get all of your money back. France are 3.75. So let's say a stake is a tenner, right? If you spend a tenner on Spain, France and Netherlands to win the Euros, either A, Spain win, you get your £30 back. B, France win, you get £37.50 back, so £7.50 extra. C, Netherlands win and you get £55 back. Or D, you do lose your stake, but England win the Euros. So my point being, if money doesn't really matter to you and you'd rather England win the Euros, there's a guaranteed way to either make money / not lose money, or have England win the Euros. And that is by putting the same stake on the other 3 teams to win the competition. Like I said, if you're that way inclined with that. Same goes if you're Spanish, French or Dutch. You could bet on the other 3 teams to win the competition, and you'd either have your team win the competition, not lose any money if Spain win, or make money if a different team wins. So it's free money or your team wins, basically, if you bet on everyone else. So here are the semi-final fixtures over on Super Brew. For some reason, the Netherlands have not been put in here. They had a late comeback against Turkey. We said Netherlands would win and both teams to score. But kicking it off, we have Spain up against France. France have made it all the way to the semi-finals with only scoring 1 goal from a player, and that was a Kylian Mbappe penalty, and then the rest own goals, which means they've made it to the semi-finals without scoring a goal from open play. On the other hand, Spain have been scoring tons of goals. They've looked really good, and what a goal it was to knock out Germany in the last minute of extra time. It's difficult to look past Spain. They've been the best team of the tournament. They've gone through the hardest draw. I know they had Georgia in the round of 16, but they knocked out Germany. They topped the group with Italy, Croatia and Albania without dropping any points. It's hard to see Spain not qualifying here. They are the favourites against France. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Spain. And the tip is going to be both teams to score at 2. It's evens. I think France, they'll basically be like, we can't ride our luck. We can't. I mean, this could end 0-0. It really could. But I think, especially because France have such solid foundations, but Spain and France are just so good, you think someone's got to score. Even with the Germany game, it ended 1-1 in full time. That started off a bit slow, but you just, with the quality of Spain and Germany, you're going to get a goal. And I think the same here, 2-1, both teams to score at 2. It could be a low-scoring game. France, it might suit them to try and keep it to a draw and just see if they can get through on penalties. But Spain are looking good. It's hard to see that they don't score even though France have a good defense, and France have players that can hurt you on the break as well. And with the likes of playing a team like Spain, they might get more opportunities on the break rather than a team that might sit back a little bit and soak up pressure. So I'm going to go for Spain to make it to the Euro final, and then Netherlands up against England. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Netherlands keep scoring goals. They scored 2 against Turkey. They scored 3 against Romania. They scored 2 in the last group game against Poland, I believe it was. So no, that was the first group game, sorry. They're looking very, very good, even though they did obviously lose to Austria, Netherlands, but they scored 2 in that game anyway. So Netherlands are scoring goals. I think they will. And then England, when they go behind, they actually score a goal. And I think in 90 minutes, England can score a goal. The problem with Super Brew is, for example, with the Spain one, I predicted Spain and Germany to draw, and they did. But because Spain scored in extra time, the Super Brew website basically says that Spain won the game and only gives points to those who predicted a Spain win, when actually in full time it was not a Spain win. So basically, for this to come true, for a draw on Super Brew to actually be correct, it has to go to penalties. But I do think this is my full 90-minute prediction. I'm going to say 1-1, and it just so happens I think extra time will pass. Whether or not they both score, I still think it'll be a draw at the end of extra time, and England will progress on penalties. So the tip is going to be both teams to score again at evens 2. So you could do both teams to score in both semi-finals at odds of 4. There was someone who commented on my video, my last one, saying that they thought both teams to score in all 4 quarterfinals was good. But I said for that to happen, you'd need France and England to play better than they have been. And it was the France game that let that fourfold down. There was a comment of one guy saying my ball knowledge was suspicious because of the scores I put in the thumbnail, but I put those scores to make people click. I put controversial scores. I've probably put England losing in the thumbnail and a score draw between Spain and France or something, just to get you intrigued to click. But as far as ball knowledge goes, I think it's pretty good. In these prediction leagues, I'm consistently in the top 10% worldwide, and that's, making videos about it, everything like that. We had 100% success rate in the quarterfinals, despite getting 2 of the teams to qualify wrong. I said that Switzerland and Germany would qualify, and we still got 4 out of 4 tips, despite Spain and England qualifying. And that's what I try and do with the tips. Sometimes I tip something, if I'm not certain on a certain result or a team to qualify, I'll change the tip. For example, Spain-Germany, instead of saying Germany to qualify like I predicted, my tip was both teams to score, and they did. And instead of saying Switzerland to win, which was my score prediction of 2-1, I said Switzerland double chance at 1.66, which happened, and Switzerland were obviously 10 minutes away from winning that game outright. So that's the goal. Even if we can't predict the team to qualify, we can still tailor our tips based on how we think the narrative of the game is going to go, and that's what I've been doing, and that is why we had such a successful quarterfinal. But that is going to do it from me. If you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like, subscribe down below to join us on the road to 30,000 subscribers. We've got obviously the semi-finals today, then we'll have a final prediction video when that comes out. Maybe, I don't know if we do a 3rd place playoff in the Euros, I'm not entirely certain, but if we do, I guess we could have that as well. And then we will not be far away from the Premier League and the brand new Champions League with the 32 league team format. So like I said, make sure you subscribe, check out the Patreon if you want to get exclusive tips for just a low price each month of less than $10. So feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.